Welcome back to Shooting the Breeze with Breezeway, where we breeze through tips and tricks for property managers in just a couple minutes. I'm not going to commit to 90 seconds, okay? Especially today, because listeners, we have something very exciting to talk to you about, and we are going to be highlighting the Guidebook in Breezeway. So, Koryn, I really want to pass the mic over to you, but before you highlight Guide, I need to tell you my favorite two parts of Guide. Okay, ready? Number one, the amount of phone calls that we get from guests that have checked in or prior to using Breezeway's Guidebook was just astronomical. And so many of these questions were really redundant and taking so much of our team's time. Like, where can I find the coffee maker? Does this property have a coffee maker? Do you have a handmade? You would not believe. I mean, all the listeners here, we understand we're in the industry. So being able to solve for those calls and reduce our call volumes by having our guests able to access that information readily and easily is very, very helpful. The second thing that I want to say, in Jackson, where I am located, Jacksonville, Wyoming, we have this, we like locals here, okay? But we also love our guests. But we want our guests to experience life in Jackson like a local, and being able to input information about our local area into Guide and our guests be able to experience this town that we know and love so much like a local has been so helpful for us. I don't know if you actually even need to hear any other reasons other than my two, but if you have some reasons why it's cool, Corinne, I could be swayed to allowing you to, share those with me.
So you stole some of mine. The good news is that the Guide product is it's pretty incredible. It's one of our newer products, and the team has spent a ton of time just continuing to add really great functionality to it. So I agree; those are both very amazing aspects of it. The local recommendations was something that people were clamoring for, and they've been loving it. I would say the two things that I love about Guide are, one, the fact that it's like dynamic and it really surfaces the right information to the guests at the right points of their stay. So if you're not there yet, it's giving you the information about how do you get to the property, what time is check-in, what's the address of the property, what's your door code to get into the property, and then once you're there, what's the Wi-Fi, where do you find the modem, all of that stuff. Or as you're nearing checkout, like checkout time, checkout instructions, all of that. So you're getting the right information at the right points of your stay, which is always really incredible and personalized to that particular guest. And then from a manager perspective, there's so many companies nowadays that are operating in different markets or who have different levels of homes within their portfolio and maybe want to surface different experiences or different offerings, or maybe have different recommendations that they would sort of match with different properties. And so one of the most recent improvements was also the ability to have different versions of the guide that are associated with different properties. So now being able to have multiple templates of the guide within your account has been really exciting. So in addition to the two of yours and probably many others that listeners have, I would say those are some of my favorite features of the guide. And we're really excited about, having added this into our portfolio of offerings for clients.
Honestly, the limit just does not exist when it comes to the guide. So, and tips for using it. So, thank you so much, Corinne. I am excited to dive into even more breezy solutions next week, Shooting the Breeze. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and make sure you go to breezeway.io/espressos to learn more about Breezeway, sign up, and receive $100 off. See you soon.